We're going to be talking to the Angelic Kingdom about money because they're bringing through this concept today of lack being the ultimate illusion, as I always speak to you guys about. And when it comes to your ascension process, mastering money is simply mastering yourself as a being of infinite abundance. And so it is one of the most difficult things that we do have to transmute and overcome in the Earth Game Matrix experience, because there are thousands of years of trauma. They're showing me like it's linked in the collective DNA. So if you're experiencing these cycles and these patterns with money where you feel like this is inescapable, will I ever dig myself out of this hole? Will I ever be able to create a different reality for myself? A part of your soul plan was to overcome some of those karmic cycles that have been sort of embedded within the DNA. Heal that within your own DNA, within your own lineage, and then ultimately create this new, they're calling it like this new earth wealth timeline for the entire collective. So I know where a lot of earth angels and starseeds and light workers struggle is with the concept of money and capitalism, right? But they're saying you need to understand that you are here to take something that has been dark, to take something that has been created to keep people in a lackful state of being, and integrate the frequency of love back into that system, into that construct. So if you are someone who's struggling to make peace with money, that's only going to continue to bind you in the realities wherein you cannot manifest and create money, right? And so they're talking about money. It's just energy. For them, they don't judge money. So this is the angelic realms for those of you who are just joining. From their perspective, they don't judge money. They don't see it as a bad thing. They don't see it as a good thing. They just see it as a neutral thing that we have all chosen and contractually agreed to be a part of the Earth Game experience, because it does provide such a level of contrast that it can catapult you into a heightened soul mastery when you finally recognize and come to grips with the fact that this thing that you thought was ruining your life was always an illusion to begin with. So on a practical level, they're saying moving towards healing your relationship with money, at the core, it has to start with the belief system, right? Because everything you believe is just manifesting in your experience. If you think money is a bad thing, if you think money is something that's holding you back, if you think money is a horrible part of reality, you will never be able to change your relationship with it. So step one, let me change my core belief. And they're simply saying your core belief can be that money is energy, or money is neutral. Money is simply an aspect of this reality that I want it to master. Money is just energy. And lack is the ultimate illusion. So I just posted a reel today, and I was speaking on this concept of always saying that the price is perfect. For most people, spending money, particularly spending money, they're showing me for the collective, is the biggest thing that people struggle with. The biggest thing that, the main thing that people use as sort of like an excuse to shift into this polarized state of being. Meaning, if I'm calling something expensive and I'm saying, well, that's expensive, that's ridiculous, why is that priced this way? Or I hate paying my bills, I'm tired of paying bills, you are vibrating lack. But for the universe, there literally is no lack. So it was like, it kind of blew my mind when they explained this to me. And they said, we literally don't care. If someone were to spend $200 million on a painting or give that same $200 million away to charity, for us, it's all totally neutral. There is no lack for us. There is only abundance. So we never judge a price. We never say that is too expensive. We never say that that is inaccessible, because essentially that is what you're doing. So as you are spending money, guys, you have to stop seeing yourself as becoming depleted, because it's just energy. And the money that you're experiencing in your life is simply energy that you've allowed to manifest in the form of money. So the more you start shifting your attitude on the topic of money, you will amplify your wealth frequency, so to speak, and more energy can then reveal itself to you as money. But literally, they're saying, look around. This is all energy. This is a holographic experience. None of it is real. Money is not real. Money is an illusion. Every single thing that you are experiencing is an illusion. That has to become the core. They're even saying this is beyond a belief, right? You're not believing in some. It's a fact. It's an absolute truth of creation, that everything that we're experiencing is simply energy. So that in itself is going to allow you to not be so attached to the reality that you may be experiencing right now. Right now, you could totally have $0 in the bank and be experiencing this fear of, how am I going to pay my rent? How am I going to pay for these things? You can be experiencing that right now while simultaneously knowing, well, this experience is an illusion. That teeny tiny incremental step in itself, they're saying when you continuously program yourself to see it that way, will drastically shift your vibration and shift you out of a state of being where you are in a state of being of resistance. And resistance is simply, I desire something, so I desire money. However, I don't believe in this moment that I have it or that I can have it. So you're in this sort of tug of war energy, this push-pull energy where you really want something, but you also really don't believe that it's possible. You really don't believe that it can change. But when you just start telling yourself, well, it's an illusion, it's all energy. And if it's all energy, I know that the universe can manipulate energy and orchestrate things in a way that I can have what I need, that I can have the money that I need to support me. So I'm going to do a light language activation. They're asking me to do this because there's a lot of collective anger towards money, a lot of collective pain still being held in the cells, the cellular memory. So every time you're dealing with money, it's literally triggering from your cellular system and your DNA, and not allowing you to shift the perspective to see money as a fun game, because they're saying money can be a fun game. This is why we called it money ascension. Money ascension is from my fifth dimensional perception of this earth game experience. Money, I'm not a victim of money. Money is something that I get to play with. Money is a spirit. Money has a consciousness. It's literally an energetic flow if you tune into the consciousness of it. And you can invite money into your reality to create this dynamic, co-creative, expansive relationship. And it's so funny because I channel the consciousness of money all the time. And so I asked money, hey, what should I call you? Because even the word money, right? It can carry all of this energetic baggage and beliefs and whatever. So I wanted to give it a new name. And money said, you can call me treasure. And I just thought that was the cutest. I just thought that was so cute and amazing. Okay, so money, before I shift into the light language activation, I want you to place your hands on your heart. And I want you to repeat some things after me. I am now open to allowing the divine creator to support me through the frequency of money. I am now open to releasing any pain or trauma from my lineage when it comes to money. I am now welcoming in the spirit of money to co-create with me in the most beautiful and expansive way. I am now opening myself up to having a loving relationship with money. And just hold that frequency in your heart. So the angelic realm is imprinting a frequency of love, helping you to see that money itself is a manifestation of love, that it can be. This ascended version of money can be in resonance with the vibrational essence of love, because the programming is opposite of that, right? The matrix coding says money is bad, money is sinful, money is evil, money is the nastiest, dirtiest thing ever. And if we're holding that in our cells, in our DNA, in our subconsciousness, we can't experience the ascended version of money that is rooted in a vibration of love and abundance and prosperity. Okay, so hold these frequencies, and we are going to be doing some cellular work and some DNA work for you. Whew. Lots of collective anger here, lots of anger, lots of shame. Whew. It's very ancestral too. Some of your ancestors are stepping forward. Shirakaya naraki tere ketra kurakati shenaraki kirekiti sira kurokotia naraki ti shikataya ka kurokorokotia narakaya ki shikataya ka kakatara katara katare tere kitiri. We're also talking to your inner child. The inner children are hanging on to the most anger. Times where you did not have your needs met. Times where you maybe felt shame and embarrassment because you could not afford certain things, or certain things were denied. It is time to release these. Release. We're speaking to this most innocent version of you, this pure part of you, who you were when you were born. When you were born, you were born free and pure and abundant and connected to divine source. Reminding you on a soul level of the bigger picture of creation, that money is simply a game within creation, and a game that you get to enjoy, a game that you get to master, a game that gets to feel fun and playful and exciting. Katara nara kataraya shirekor kaya niriki tisuku kutarana nara kaya rakaya shienara kitiri shiroko nariki kirikitiri ririkitiri surukuro korororoko tirianyere kiti shinanara ki kirakara. Moving into the DNA structure now. This is where a lot of the ancestral reprogramming is happening. Ancestors stepping forward, also angry, also mad. We're actually crossing over thousands and thousands and thousands of your ancestors who were still sort of trapped in the earth astral. Some of these have not been allowing you to integrate what you have been learning. Helping your ancestors ascend. Cutting these cords, cutting the energetic cords from your lineage, from the collective pain, the collective trauma surrounding money. Kitiri suro kora kaye shianeri kitiro kora kataya shikiti kiti siranara kaira kashinaraki kayara kaire shianara kiti sira kora kati yara kaire shianara sianara kiti shikutu. And now we're going to work in the heart, because this is where the heart, the density is sitting in the heart from the heartbreak. The heartbreak of not believing that you have been worthy. The heartbreak of not believing that God loves you and is supporting you. The heartbreak from perhaps your parents not having the tools, the resources, the understanding to support you through this divine frequency of money. And it's time to forgive. We have to forgive on every level. We have to forgive our lineage. We have to forgive this reality that we've all co-created. We have to forgive our parents and our family. We have to forgive our peers fears and people who shamed us maybe when we didn't have money. Calling on this diamond rainbow flame to really burn through the heart densities, burn through. You should be feeling these things clear and release from your field, from your body, from your heart. Clearing these out, clearing these out, clearing these out, clearing these out. And they're just saying, it is okay, dear one. You are safe. You are safe now. You are safe. You are safe. You have always been safe. Okay, we are done with the activation. Thank you all for being here and receiving. Huge upgrade here. Huge upgrade. I'm like tingling all over. There's one more concept they want me to bring forth. Lack is the ultimate illusion. We're talking about money right now, but this applies to any topic in your life. When you are believing that you can attract the partner of your dreams, you can't attract new friends who are in resonance with everything that you're shifting into. When you believe that you can't have money, or you can't attract that dream job, or you can't manifest your most soul-aligned clients, those are all states of being wherein you are vibrating and believing in lack. It's not because the absence of those things are the truth of reality. It's just simply that's where you've been programmed to focus, on the absence of things, on the lack of things. But within creation, they're saying, dear ones, there is no lack. It doesn't exist. Lack is actually impossible. It's impossible. It is the only thing that is not true. Abundance is the only real truth of existence. Even if you are experiencing a reality where you are lacking something, you are still abundant with that experience because it's just energy. So I want to shift you into a state of permanent abundance right now. I want you to really tune into this frequency with me. Whatever you're experiencing, I don't care what's in the bank right now. I don't care how you perceive yourself in your reality. It's all simply energy. So you are abundant with energy all the time. You are never in a state of not being abundant. You are only ever abundant. You can be abundant with realities and timelines where you're experiencing yourself as lacking things, where you're experiencing the illusion of not having things, but you are still in a state of abundance with that reality, with those realities. It's literally impossible for you to not be abundant. So why it's coming through in this way, you have to start seeing yourself as being abundant, right? This has to become your core identity. This has to become your new energetic signature. So what many are doing, what they're showing me is I lack this, I lack that, I lack whatever it is, I lack all these things. And the universe goes, okay, energetically, when I scan this person, when I scan their field, they're vibrating that they're in a state of lack. They're giving me the command to just show them that that's the state of being that they want to experience. Because the universe, it's just like this giant, they're saying energetic scanner. It just scans the vibration and it says, oh, well, because you are the infinite creator of your reality and that's the vibration, I'm just doing what you told me to do. You told me that you were in a state of lack. And so I'm just going to orchestrate these realities where you experience lack because that's what you commanded with your frequency, with your vibration, with your thoughts, with your emotions, with your feelings. So regardless of what's happening right now, identify as a being of permanent and infinite abundance, no matter what. This is the only way you are going to detach yourself from the reality that you've been creating, from the experiences that you keep attracting. This is the only way, is through truly believing and identifying as a being of permanent abundance. Permanent. it has to become who you are, because you manifest literally what you are. Everything that you experience in your life, it's just saying this is who you are. You're the person that makes this type of salary. You're the person that makes this in your business. It's just energetically a manifestation of what you believe to be true about yourself. So we have to tweak your self-concept. We have to tweak the way that you identify, see yourself, and experience yourself. When you stop allowing the circumstances to mold how you feel about yourself and truly see yourself as this divine, infinite creator who is only ever abundant, that's going to help you vibrationally, energetically harmonize with the timelines wherein reality is showing you that you are abundant, that you are a being of infinite abundance. And remember, abundance, guys, has nothing to do with money. Money is a reflection of the abundance that we're vibrating or not vibrating. But abundance itself is not associated and attached to specifically money. So when you don't have money, when you don't see money in the bank and you say, well, I'm not abundant, that's not true. Perhaps you're experiencing yourself as not being abundant with money, but you are abundant with other things. You're always abundant with energy. You're always abundant with love. They're saying you can fill yourself up with love no matter what you're experiencing. And that frequency, that feeling, that abundance of that energy will manifest in the form of money. So this was super beautiful. Loved everything that came through. Let me just get caught up on the comments. Abundance is your new identity, they're saying. Abundance, because there's a lot of subconscious rewiring that the angelic kingdom is doing in the background for you guys, like a lot. Feels like this is going to be taking place as well just over the next 24 to 48 hours, depending on how much work you need done. But abundance will become your new identity. This is what we're programming into your cells on a cellular level. If you're experiencing like this shift in your vibration, this expansion of your vibration, you're saying because all of your cells, your cells are consciousness. Your DNA is consciousness. So when it comes into resonance with the truth of what it is, your whole cellular system is ascending. Your DNA is ascending. Your whole field of existence is ascending with you as you rise into this consciousness of remembrance of what is true and what is real. That's why you're experiencing the up level, energetically, the up level. Okay, so let's see what you guys are talking about. I have a problem with saying that that's too expensive. And what do I say if I can afford it at the moment, if I can't afford it at the moment and I'm struggling with money? So it's irrelevant. If you can afford the thing or not, it's totally irrelevant. The issue here is that when you say, well, that's expensive and, that's ridiculous that someone would charge that amount, you are vibrating lack. It doesn't matter if you don't have the money in the physical, you can still simply say the price is perfect. That's a perfect price, right? It's more so about starting to practice neutrality. Because when you're practicing neutrality, you're not let's tap into this. If I say, well, that's expensive, what I'm saying is, I don't have enough, or I am not enough, or that is above me. That is here and I am here. It's up there. It's too expensive. Source doesn't do that. Your higher self doesn't do that. So you have to practice how to be neutral, even when you don't have the money. Because even when you don't have the money, it's not about you having the money or not having the money. It's about your perception of what's happening. So even when you're paying bills and you do feel overwhelmed and you do feel like this is a stretch, just start practicing all these things I'm paying for, they support me in my reality. Go into a frequency of gratitude. These things are supporting me. I'm thankful in this moment that maybe I do have enough money to pay for this thing. But no longer judging the thing that you're paying for or the price of the thing that you're paying for. Now, obviously, this doesn't mean like allowing people to exploit you or take advantage of you when it comes to paying for things, but it's simply changing the way you relate to money. You have to stop seeing money as the bad guy. I'm laughing because I feel the spirit of money coming in, and she's saying, I'm not the bad guy, okay? I'm just the soul that signed up. I think she wants me to trans channel her. Give me a minute. But she's saying, I'm just the soul who signed up to help all of you crazy souls play this game on Earth. I chose the money role, right? I said, okay, I'll be the money person. And she's like, and I'm getting all this hate. Everyone hates me. So a lot of the work that I actually do, like behind the scenes with the consciousness of money, is I rebalance currency for the collective, because different currencies, they have a consciousness. So you can kind of see like the spirit of money as the oversoul, and then all these different, currencies or whatever. So think about all of that collective energy that goes, that people direct towards money. I hate it. It's bad. It's horrible. It's the root of all evil. So a lot of the work that I do is ascending the third dimensional aspect of money, but this is like the ascended version of money that I'm channeling. So be aware of that. It's like if you were going to be in a relationship with someone, you wouldn't talk bad about them. If you did, that person wouldn't want to be in a relationship with you. So every time you're talking bad about money or speaking bad about it or feeling bad about it, imagine that as being a person. Maybe that will help you. A person that's receiving that energy from you. That's the frequency you're putting out. That's what you're doing with your energy. You're vibrating in hate. And if you're vibrating in hate, how can you be a vibrational match to a timeline where you would be experiencing love? They're polarities. They're literally on the opposite ends of the vibrational spectrum. So ask yourself, am I vibrating in hate right now when I do this? Am I vibrating in lack right now when I do this, when I talk about this in this way? All of this we're talking about, they're saying it's helping you make peace with the concept of money, the idea of money, the role that money is here playing. So thank you for that question. That was amazing. What do you say when there is something that is not in your price range at the moment so that you don't start with the lackful thoughts? This is an excellent question. What they're giving me is, it's all about creating space for energy. And what they mean is, you can say, well, right now I don't have the money in the physical, but I know energetically I am vibrationally rich with money, and at the right time I will have the money in the physical to have this thing. Because what a lot of people do is we place things on pedestals. It's like, well, I can't afford this or I can't afford that, and then it triggers you into unworthiness. It triggers you into shame or self-judgment. And in the moment, you feel like that thing is inaccessible to you, but it's really not. Because again, it's all just energy, right? So they're kind of showing me like everything that you see. And let's say these are things you want to buy or whatever, houses, cars, whatever it is. Imagine that when you're looking at this thing, you're looking in the mirror. And what's reflecting back is yourself. You're collapsing the illusion that this thing that you're seeing is something out there that you can't have. What you really just want is yourself. All of this is yourself. All of this is God's playground. All of this is just energy. That's all it is. So using this, seeing things as a mirror, you're like, oh, like I want the experience of having that thing, but ultimately I know it's a part of me already. I already have it. Now you collapse the whole idea that this thing was out of your price range. And again, it's not about you buying this thing or not buying this thing. You're no longer buying into the illusion that you don't already have this thing, that this thing is not structurally, energetically, eternally already a part of you as an extension of source. You just collapse the whole thing. You know, you're like not even playing that game. And you just say, okay, I know eventually, you can even start to say, they're saying, eventually I know I can have that. If I tell myself eventually I know I can have it, in the present moment, I'm not vibrating that I don't have it. I'm just simply saying I will have it at the right time. I know I can have it. I know it's available to me. I know the universe can make it happen. I know energy, money is just energy, and all of this infinite energy that's always surrounding me can manifest itself in the form of money so that one day I will be able to have that thing. And then you release it. You're not attached. When we're attached to things, we're doing that because we're believing in lack. We believe, well, because there's a limitation on what I have access to, I got to hold on to this one thing. Or because I'm believing that there's a limitation on what's possible and what's available, I got to hold on to this one thing. We have to stop doing that. It's literally an illusion. It doesn't exist. It's not real. It was never real. It was never the truth of who you are as a being of infinite, divine, pure source abundance. So, nothing is out of your price range, they're saying. Believe that. You can have $0 in the bank and still know in your heart and soul, nothing is vibrationally out of my price range. It's all got to become energy to you. Then you free yourself, then the vibration shifts, and now you are an energetic match for this money and these opportunities and things that would bring you the more money to start rushing in. It's a game of energy, guys. It's all energy. It's all energy. That's it. Let me just get caught up. I'm sorry. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. I'm happy you guys are here with me. We already have it in another timeline. Exactly. The timeline where you are this person that is enjoying the amount of money that you want. That parallel version of you is in existence right now. When you really start believing that everything is already a part of me, like every possible timeline and outcome you can imagine is literally already inside of you. It's all happening inside of your consciousness, inside of your soul. It's all being held together within your existence. Nothing is like out there. When that starts becoming the way that you view yourself, that's really your self-concept, then now you only get reflections that show you that you hold all of this infinity inside of you through different experiences, not just money. I now say that money and the things are manifesting me and want to experience me. So I just become love so that I experience these things too. Incredible, amazing, fantastic. It's like everything in creation is having an experience. So when you want something, it's not just you wanting that thing also wants you. It's the magnetism. It wants to be in your life. It wants to be in your reality. It wants you to be on the timeline where the money's in the bank and you're buying all the things and all these things are rushing in, because those things themselves are also extensions of source having their own experience, and they want to co-create with you. So let's go back to when someone was talking about, well, what if this thing is out of my price range? I want you to shift to see this as, well, so again, I don't have the money in the physical right now, but I know that, let's just say it's a luxury purse or something like that. I know this purse wants to be in my life and be in my experience, which is why I have the desire to buy it. Which is why I have the desire to experience me having it and me wearing it and just the beauty of that experience. It literally wants to be on my arm. That's why I have this attraction to this specific thing. If it's a car, that car wants to be in my garage, wants to be parked in my driveway. That's why I like that specific car, because that car just chose me. You can literally we can talk about anything. We can talk about clients in your business. These people, they want to co-create with me. They're choosing me. It's not me in a state of lack and, being desperate and, oh my gosh, I need all this or whatever. They're always choosing me too. We're co-creating. So now you're not vibrationally signaling that you are less than something or someone or like whatever material items, because that's the matrix coding, right? The matrix coding wants you to believe that you are unworthy, you are not enough, and you will always be in a state of lack, that you always have to, attract things and get things, because if not, then you won't be enough. We got to shift. I am co-creating with every single thing and person that's here in the way that I choose. I am choosing things and things are choosing me. And now, guess what? You're on the same level with these things. You're not placing them on a pedestal. If there's anything that we want to experience, we can't place it on a pedestal, right? We've got to be eye to eye. We got to know in our heart and soul. Again, using the mirror example. Whatever you desire, imagine that it's a mirror. And when you look in the mirror, the reflection that you get is yourself. It appears to be a car or a house or a person, but it's really just another aspect of yourself as source that you want to experience. It's all you. So if everything here is all me, I only ever really want myself. And if I only ever really want myself, I was never lacking anything to begin with, because it was all me the whole entire time. This is enlightenment. This is the frequency of enlightenment. Everything is me all the time, everywhere. Okay? So, let me get caught up. Nothing is out of my price range. I love that. Exactly. Nothing is out of my price range. Everything is available to me. Okay, let me just tune in. I feel like there's one more thing they want me to bring forth on something that's important here. Okay. So they're talking about this game of life. And since we're talking about money, we'll talk about the game of money. You want to approach and see money, and this is what your inner child is also asking for. You want to see this as something that's fun. It's like money allows me to get that ticket to ride a new ride. That's all money is in this experience. It's simply, okay, when I have this tool grants me to create other experiences in this reality. Just make peace with that, right? Because they're saying it's a part of the experience for a reason. It's not going anywhere anytime soon from this vantage point of linear reality, right? You might as well make peace with it. You might as well see it as a tool that will enable you to play a bigger game. That's all it is. The more money I have, the bigger game I can play on earth. The more money I have, the more I can impact the collective positively. The more money I have, the more I can help my lineage heal their relationship with scarcity and abundance. The more money I have, the more creative things I can create. I can start businesses. I can build houses. I can create things. I can do whatever I want. That's it. When you make peace with that and you're not like pushing against this concept of money and it's like, why is money here? Why is it a part? Like it just is. And you have to accept that. It's not going anywhere, they're saying. So you might as well just make peace with it. Now, when you make peace with it, and you're inviting the consciousness, the soul, the spirit of money to come in as a co-creator, the game gets fun. You start loving. I love paying for things. I'm like, no, I'm paying for it because I love the feeling of knowing that I can, of knowing that God is supporting me through this frequency of money. It doesn't feel like depletion. It doesn't feel like, why do I have to pay this? It's like, whoa, I'm so happy I can pay for this. This is fun. This is expansive. I love the feeling of making money. I never thought I never thought that I would ever be in a place where I could say I love money, but really feel it in my heart. You know, those affirmations people have been doing for years, and it's like, I love money. I'm a magnet to money. You're saying this shit and you're just like, this is like totally not how I feel. And it feels like so weird. So being in this state of being where you can actually say, I love money. I love the game of money. I love the experience of money. I love the self-mastery that the game of money grants me. Imagine if money just wasn't a part of the equation in this reality. What they're showing me is they're just saying, fall in love with the fact that money is here as a teacher. Money is here as a spirit guide for you. You are learning so much about yourself and coming into remembrance of who you are as this infinite creator. And money is here because it was the perfect contrast, if we will, or polarity that would allow you to have that growth in that expansion. So when you thank money for the role that it's playing, for the job that it's doing, for the ascension teacher that it is, now you can hold that frequency in your heart and you welcome it in. So this is Money Ascension 101. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. This was incredible, and I will see you soon. Much love to all of you.